So I'll just say, not only are you hamstrung about who's going to pay for it, but my conversations with the North Carolina Coalition, and those people are really trying to do some awesome work. They're hamstrung by the requirements of their basic funders, who don't want to see them getting out on some of these issues. So I know that the constraints are terrible. I mean, I think I can only speak about the Center for Survivor Agency and Justice. They have federal funds, and they look to partner with programs. They come in and will do intensive workshops, especially around statewide coalition meetings. And it seems like they have the resources to partner and train, at least around some of the financial literacy, progressive kinds of initiatives. That might be one place to look. I'm sure they're going to be so happy that I just sent everybody to them. But maybe then they'll get more resources too. I would start there.
Yeah, I think so much of it, especially in this moment, funding is just so hard, and so much of it is local. So it seems like one of the things that's happening in the U.S. is, as many people have been commenting recently, we're more and more polarized. So I have the sense that there are some more funding sources, even foundations, that are interested in doing work outside of the criminal justice system and supporting economic justice mechanisms. I don't know that I could think of some foundations, but I'm not close enough to what they're doing to say anything, but to make any specific recommendations. But your question makes me wonder if, what's happening in terms of the funding world, the world of funders, and how much, they identify their priorities, and might something we talk about be how to shift their priorities for both sustainable work that can be a little more progressive.
The only thing I'd add to that is the Novo Foundation. So I think some of the most innovative work around gender violence is being done by the Novo Foundation. And they're doing a variety of different things, but that would be the place where I would start in thinking about how to get some of this stuff funded.
One other thought, which is that sometimes, I know this is very true for Insight, the work that they've done, the revolution will not be funded. People are trying to think about ways outside of the structures of foundation for funding. So, and that's where I think the coalition work is so important. So I've written about something called community benefits agreements. And I haven't heard anything recently, but CBAs come about when a developer comes in and wants to sort of raise a community or knock off some part of a cultural center, and they have to get community buy-in. Otherwise it won't happen. And so what happens is there's money on the table. And there are coalitions that work together, and actually there's been a bunch of stuff written on the processes of CBAs, because they are like some of the best community, organic, democratic processes. We're going to get this money, we're a coalition of groups, how are we going to divide it up? DV groups have never been at the table. So that's one of the benefits of coalition work, see where there's interesting pots of money